This awakening is all about the state that you are holding. It's about feeling your way into life and feeling your way into inner and outer union. So let's talk about it. I'm Annalisa and welcome to my channel. Feeling your way into inner and outer union is about maintaining a certain frequency, and that is part of your soul alignment, aligning back to who you are, which is why your divine masculine came back in. They didn't come back in simply to cause you grief. And I know that's a big part of it, right? A big part of going through that dark night of the soul, feeling lost, feeling alone, and all your wounds are coming back up. All your core wounds are coming back up. So then you're faced to really navigate that dark night. But it's not simply about that. It's about the feeling that you're holding. And you've gone through so much in your life. You've gone through so many challenges. But now it's time to get out of that darkness and come back into the light. And that is why they came in, is to help you come back into that light. Because what happens is, if you weren't activated, you would remain stagnant. You would be where you are, and you wouldn't necessarily have the opportunity to really grow so rapidly, to evolve so rapidly. So that is one of the biggest purposes and role of the divine masculine, is to catapult you into this huge awakening. And now it's up to you to maintain the frequency, the feeling state of inner union, which then causes outer union. You see, you don't have to do anything to get your person to come back, to manipulate the 3D for your person to come back. You don't have to go through that runner and chaser forever. You can just embrace the feeling of being in union. And that is part of the inner work. So as you're working on yourself, as you're pulling the energy back, you start to feel into what it feels like to feel good, right? That's a lot of feels. So you're feeling into your heart. You're feeling the energy of peace, of goodness, of calm, the feeling of ease, the feeling of loving yourself. So you do that through stillness, through time to yourself, and you feel your heart center. You allow your heart center to open more and more. And many divine feminines can feel the heart activations as that heart chakra opens more and more. And that is a big part of this journey, is learning to feel good, letting go of all the anxiety. And that is why regulating your nervous system is a big part of when you get triggered, because triggers are happening to help you let go of the triggers and start to feel good for you, not feeling good because the 3D did something and you're looking for validation. No. So you're feeling good no matter what the 3D looks like. You're feeling good because you want to feel good, because you're putting effort and you're being conscious into feeling good, because you're no longer in pain. You're no longer looking at what's out here, the separation with your divine masculine, as an opportunity to feel bad. No, you're drawing your energy back and you're starting to feel good for you. You start doing the things that make you feel good. You're taking a bath, you're getting a massage, you're going for a walk, you're hugging a tree, you're reading a book, you're watching a favorite TV show, you're cooking good food, whatever it is that you enjoy doing. And you do it so you can feel good. And that feeling state is what brings in union, inner union. And that inner union, believe it or not, brings in outer union. So when you feel good, you're aligning to who you are, and you're attracting all good things happening to you, because the universe has no choice but to reflect your feeling state. But when you're feeling in chasing energy, when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling not so good, you're not going to be able to draw in what you want, what your desires are. If that includes your divine masculine, you're not going to be able to draw that person in a lower energy. So that's why this whole journey is teaching you, no, not teaching you, is reminding you, because you don't need to be taught anything. You already know all of this. I am simply here to remind you of who you are, to empower you of who you are, and you are the creator. So the state of feeling is an emotional journey, and I say this often in my videos, and I will continue to reinforce the feeling state, because it is the feeling state that brings in what you want, which is the opposite of what you've been taught. What all of us have been taught about living in the 3D is that you have to hustle, you have to work hard, you have to gain someone's love, which is not what you have to do. You have to show it to yourself. You want to embrace it for yourself. You want to feel love, feel true love within yourself, and show that love onto others and others that you interact with. And all of this is possible for all of you as you really begin to understand that the whole twin flame awakening is simply that. It's an awakening to help you come back and feel good and live life to your fullest. And you do that by aligning back to your soul. So it's all about soul alignment. And when you do this, the universe has no choice whatsoever, but to reflect it back to you. And this isn't something that coaches make up. It is the universal laws, the law of assumption, the law of attraction. And the law of assumption is assuming that you already have what it is that you desire. So you step into that state now. And as you do that, as you step into that energetic state and that feeling state of love, of loving yourself, of letting go of the fears, letting go of all the terrible things that have happened to you, and you let go of that, you forgive everyone, and you come back to that feeling state of love, putting yourself first, maintaining that frequency of love. And when you do this, watch how your energy shifts. You no longer will be struggling on this journey. You no longer will be looking for, when is my divine masculine coming back in? You're not looking for that. You're happy. You're good. You're busy. You're busy living life to the fullest. And you won't even be thinking about your person. Now, will you never think about them? No, you will not never think about them, of course, because they're the same frequency. But you won't have that longing for them. You won't be in that chasing energy, needing for them to come back. You know it'll happen when your energy is aligned, and not necessarily in divine timing. Divine timing can take a lifetime. If you're just sitting back and not doing anything and expecting the universe to bring you your divine masculine, it's going to be a very, very long wait. You have to align to that frequency of union in order for union to happen. So it's all in your hands. Now that may seem like a lot. The mind wants to make it harder than what it is. It's simply about living your best life. It's simply about knowing that everything will happen because I trust my God source energy, that everything is happening perfectly. And the more that I align to myself, the more the universe rewards me for the feeling that I'm holding. So it's about the emotions which cause your feelings, which then causes the frequency that you're holding. So the more that you align to who you are, you know the universe will always give you what you desire. And if it's not exactly what you desire, it's something better. It's something better. Can you imagine something better? Can you imagine something better than what you are already desiring? And that is part of the surrender. When you surrender, you say, I just come back to the present. It doesn't mean that you let go of wanting to be with your divine masculine. No, you surrender to the fight. You surrender to the battle of getting them to come back, and know that that feeling, you could have that right now, and you embrace the inner union, and the inner union brings the outer union. So if you need some tools and you need some help with this, feel free to reach out. I am happy to help. If you have not yet subscribed, feel free to do so. I'm sending you all so much love.